Ever notice how you can switch cities, change jobs, or completely reinvent yourself, but somehow still end up with the same relationship drama? Different person, same script, different beginning, same messy ending? You promise yourself it won't happen again. You go to therapy, you journal, you make lists of what you'll do differently. And then boom. There you are again, having the exact same fight you swore you'd never have. What if I told you the real reason isn't your judgment, your self-worth, or even your type? What if it's something much simpler and much more fixable? Most people think relationship patterns mean they're broken somehow. They tell themselves, maybe I'm too needy, maybe I attract narcissists, maybe I'm just bad at love. But here's what I've learned after reading hundreds of energy charts. There's nothing wrong with you. You might just be operating with the wrong user manual for your personality. Think of it like this. Imagine you're a sports car, but you've been following maintenance instructions for a pickup truck your whole life. No wonder the engine keeps breaking down. That's where Bazi comes in. It's an ancient Chinese system that reads your birth date like a personality GPS. Instead of telling you what will happen, it shows you how you naturally operate, especially in relationships. Here's what I see constantly in real charts. The overgivers. Some people have abundant emotional energy like a flowing river, but their current life phase is like a drought. So they keep pouring into relationships, but nothing flows back to them. They're not too much. They just need better timing or different people. The connection seekers. Others are wired for deep intimacy, but they're in a life phase that feels like trying to have a heart-to-heart conversation at a loud concert. The connection they crave keeps getting drowned out by life's noise. The pattern repeaters. And some people are stuck in what I call emotional reruns, not because they're damaged, but because their energy blueprint keeps. It's attracting the same lessons until they learn what they need to know. Let me paint you a picture. You meet someone amazing. Chemistry is instant, late-night talks, shared dreams, that butterfly feeling. But slowly, you notice you're always the one texting first. You're planning all the dates. You're doing the emotional heavy lifting. They seem to coast while you paddle upstream. Eventually, you get exhausted. They get comfortable. And it falls apart again. Here's the thing. This isn't about your standards being too low or your boundaries being too weak. It could be that your natural energy style, generous, nurturing, giving, is bumping up against a low support phase in your life. Think of it like trying to charge your phone with a dying battery. You're giving energy you don't actually have to spare. Your birth chart shows 3 key things that transform how you approach relationships. Your energy resources. This is like your emotional bank account. Some phases of life, it's flush. Other times you're running on empty. When you know which phase you're in, you can date accordingly, instead of overdrafting your heart. Your natural relationship style. Are you a steady, reliable partner like a mountain, or do you flow and adapt like water? There's no wrong answer, but knowing your style helps you find someone who complements it instead of fighting it. Your timing cycles. Just like there are seasons for planting and seasons for harvesting, there are better and worse times for finding love. Sometimes you're in a growth phase where relationships flourish. Sometimes you're in a clearing phase where old patterns need to break down first. I had a client who kept attracting emotionally unavailable partners. For years, she thought something was wrong with her attachment style. But when we looked at her chart, we saw she was in a 7-year cycle where her relationship energy was blocked. She wasn't broken. Her timing was just off. The moment that cycle shifted, she met her now husband. Same person, different season. Another client kept getting into relationships where she felt invisible. Turns out, her chart showed she had incredible depth and intuition, but was in a phase where her voice energy was weak. Once she understood this, she learned to speak up earlier and clearer. Her whole dating experience changed. This isn't about predicting the future or believing in fate. It's about understanding your emotional operating system so you can work with it instead of against it. When you know your natural relationship rhythm, you stop forcing connections that don't fit. You stop blaming yourself for patterns that are actually just misaligned timing. You start choosing partners who complement your energy instead of drain it. Ever notice how some people seem to effortlessly find healthy relationships, while others struggle despite doing all the right things? It's not luck, it's alignment. Your birth chart is like having a personalized relationship manual, shows you when you're in a good season for love and when you're better off focusing on yourself. What kind of partner naturally balances your energy? Why certain patterns keep repeating and how to break them? What you actually need to feel secure and fulfilled. Once you see your patterns clearly, everything changes. You stop taking relationship struggles personally. You stop trying to force timing that isn't right. You start making choices from clarity instead of confusion. If you're tired of relationship déjà vu, if you've worked on yourself but still feel like love keeps slipping away, maybe it's not about trying harder. Maybe it's about understanding your unique blueprint and working with it. That's exactly what your birth chart can show you. No mysticism required, just practical insight into how you're wired for connection. Want to understand how your birth energy shapes your relationships, career decisions, and major life choices? I break down real charts every week in plain English, no jargon, no fluff, just actionable insights you can use immediately. Whether you're navigating love, money, or big transitions, your chart holds practical answers about timing, compatibility, and what you actually need to thrive. You've been trying to solve the puzzle with missing pieces? Let me show you the complete picture. Hit that subscribe button if this resonated with you. There's so much more your chart wants to tell you.